Now I'm on another. Master Jamal here, and today we're going to talk about the open eye meditation. This is a meditation that you can use in conjunction with the witnessing meditation that we spoke about before. So, to simply put it, an open eye meditation is simply meditating with your eyes open. But the trick to it is you're going to focus on one thing. It could be anything in your room, anything outside, wherever you decide to do this. This is one of the non-active forms of meditation because you do not want to do this while driving. I don't recommend it at all. But the witnessing meditation, that is something you can do while driving because you're just witnessing the things around you, the things on the road, how everyone is while they're driving, because you're just going to be going in that flow state. I guess in that case, the non-active meditation becomes a active meditation with, well, same thing. You get it. But okay, where was I? Yes, the open eye meditation. So again, this is going to be another guided meditation. And in my case, I'm going to be focusing on the camera. You, on the other hand, can focus on anything you want. It could be it could be anything. It could be your finger rings. I'm just looking at my finger rings on my desk. It could be anything in your room. It could be a book. Preferably just one object. You want to stare at that object for as long as you can without blinking. So what this does is going to help with your focus, your ability to focus on any particular thing, and this will help you with that process of bringing everything back here. You want to bring everything back to source because you are your source. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. People can make assumptions even if they know you. Like people think they know you, but they don't really know you because you are your source. The more time you spend with yourself, the better you're able to understand yourself and know yourself. And someone on the outside looking in that can't really do that. Even myself, someone who's a Reiki master who can pick up on energies really well, it takes me some time. Because again, I didn't say this before, disclaimer, I've been a Reiki master for officially about 2 years now. So for me, it takes some time. It's easier depending on myself or depending on where I am mentally as well. Because I can still be in a conversation with someone, but also my thoughts can be all the way over there. Even though I'm having this conversation with someone, I'm still present with them in a sense, but not 100% there because I'm just used to like having my mind just go places. So for me, this is something I use to help me focus here. And it's okay if the mind wanders. You have to allow. It's almost like you're playing a game. You're letting the mind wander, then you bring it back. You let the mind wander, then you bring it back. Let the mind wander, and then you bring it back. That's actually how you meditate. But to get back on topic, open eye meditation. So find whatever it is you want to focus on. With me, like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the camera, and you want to just stare at it. You want to make sure you have good posture as well, the right spine. Any kind of hand movements you decide to use those hand movements. I'm going to stick with my palms facing up. And again, this is going to be 5 minutes, so let me set that timer again. 5 minutes, and this time I'm going to do 5 to 8 hertz along with some nature sounds. So again, get comfortable, seated, find your object you want to focus on, and just stare at it for as long as you can without blinking. If you blink, that's okay. It's all about a practice. The more you build this, the longer you can go without blinking. So let us begin. Now, Okay, so how did that feel? I'm gonna reflect on that a bit. So, like I said before, if you blink during, that's okay. Because, admittedly, of all the practices that I do, I don't do the open eye meditation a lot. I use the witnessing meditation and the fire breath the most. I'll do a video on fire breath later, and in that same video, I'll talk about how you are supposed to breathe. Because I learned that, unfortunately, most people aren't breathing properly. People are so used to taking shallow breaths. I'm gonna stop myself right there because I'll be talking more about it even more. Because I'll just put that in a separate video. But how did that feel? And the thing is, your eyes will feel a certain kind of way. Because believe it or not, this is an eye exercise, and there are eye stretches you can do. And with focusing and like pushing and going through that urge you'll feel to blink, that is a good thing. Because with the longer you focus on a thing, it's like you're training your mind to focus on a particular thing. Now, this is something that can be done better if you're using symbolism. Like, for example, something one of my mentors shared with me is to do this same practice while staring at a Sri Lanka, which is what this symbol is. It's what this symbol is, Sri Lanka. So this is a really powerful symbol. Like, even once you find the symbol, you do it like a Google search of it, you'll see that the flower of life is also within it. So with the Sri Lanka, which I will also recommend you guys use this as well, you can like prop it up and set a timer on your phone, or like use it on your computer screen, or just have it somewhere. Because when you focus at the center of this, it's supposed to amplify any manifestations. And I wanted you guys to do this, just like taking that first step to get a feel for it. And now I want you to reflect on it, and like you can comment down below what kind of thoughts you were having while you were doing it, and that's okay. Whatever thoughts you were having, as long as you are allowing your mind to wander off and come back, that's great. But I want you to try this next time you try it, or if you want to just replay this 5-minute section and think about what you want to focus on. Which, admittedly, I didn't explain that before, so I'm a mistake on my part. So, as you're focusing on that thing, whatever that thing is, you don't necessarily have to think about the thing you're focusing on. Because for me, admittedly, as I was focusing on this, I was keeping in mind that, okay, someone might possibly watch this video and see me just standing here, or me just sitting here looking at the camera, right? So what I decided to do was do a eye energy transfer in the midst of it. Because if someone decides to watch that video for that 5-minute segment of me doing my open eye meditation, I am thinking positive thoughts and like making sure I keep myself in balanced, positive state, so that way I am giving off positive energy. So if anyone decided to watch that 5-minute segment of me looking into the camera, then they will be receiving those positive energies. Eye energy transfer is like a segue I want to talk about a little bit, because as the saying goes, the eyes are the windows to the soul. And admittedly, you can learn a lot about a person much faster if you have consistent eye contact with them. You'll have a conversation about anything. It can be something irrelevant, and just with that eye energy transfer, with you just speaking with them, you'll learn a lot about them. It'll just be like your intuition telling you things, and it'll be random stuff, like stuff you're not even asking about. Because again, the conversation you can be having with a person can be completely irrelevant to what your intuition tells you, and it'll just tell you. It won't tell you if it's about them, but once it comes up in that conversation with that person, then once you like really get the hang of that, you're like, huh. Because the beauty about it is people just once a person gets comfortable with you, they'll just be transparent as possible. And those kind of random thoughts you were having about this person previously, you'll now see the reasoning behind, oh, this is why these thoughts are coming to mind in regards to this person, because you picked up on that energy preemptively when you were having eye contact with it. So that's why, for myself, when I was on my open eye meditation, I decided to give off positive energy. So that way, any positive energy and thoughts I'm having, you will also receive it. But for you, individuals who chose your object in your room or wherever you were, your thoughts can be whatever you like, because this is still a form of meditation. You can have a purpose with this, an intention truly for manifestation, or wanting to like resolve something from your past. You can be focusing on a basketball, just looking at a basketball, just to focus on that thing. But while you're focusing on that thing, you could be thinking about, I remember my childhood being a certain way. And it could be relevant to the basketball, it cannot be relevant to the basketball. These are your thoughts. But again, with focusing with your eyes open on one thing, you are limiting as well how much information your eyes are taking in. Because regardless of how crazy this sounds, you don't have to read something for your mind to read it. If that makes sense. I'm gonna say it again. You don't have to read a page for your mind to read it. Because as soon as you look at it, your eyes already took in that information, and your brain is subconsciously processing all of it. And that's why, like, on a separate note, when it comes to the spiritual journey, there are a lot of people who do things with the spirit and memories and all that stuff. There are a lot of things in your subconscious that you may not know how to get to on your own, but someone can guide you through it. But there'll be things you've seen years ago. Let's say you walk past someone in the library. Just walk past them, mind your business. You just glance down randomly at what they're reading, and you see the pages in between. And surprisingly, if you go to someone that can guide you back to those memories, you can remember, if not the whole page, you can remember a good chunk of what it was. Like, you can remember it all. Like, it all depends, because like I know eyesight also makes a difference as well. But saying that to say, focusing on an object gives you a control of yourself. Because again, even if something just so happens to pass by you while you're focusing on an object, you will take in that information as well. But you focusing on whatever you're choosing to focus on, that allows you to focus on your thoughts better. I mean, yes, you could probably argue that you could just close your eyes to block out all the information your eyes can receive, but this is a different kind of meditation, because for the majority of your life, your eyes are going to be open. And being able to weed out what you want to focus on and what you do want to focus on is really important conceptually and actually, because just like unwanted thoughts, there are things you probably don't want to see, or not necessarily you don't want to see, but just random stuff you come across on a day-to-day basis. I know I see a lot of random stuff on a day-to-day basis. Like, wow, like just in that, like the first thing that came to mind was like this one that I saw someone with a gun, right? So like there was a time where I was doing DoorDash, and I was picking up someone's food. I guess it's a story time. I was picking up someone's food, right? And DoorDash has this thing now to where you have to take a photo of the receipt, because people lack integrity. Even though they receive their food, they will lie and say they did not receive their food. So I decided to pull over at one of the parking spots to just do that. Took a photo, and then I heard a gunshot in the distance. Bang! This gunshot sounded close, so I was alert. Adrenaline started to pump, so I'm looking around like that sounded really close. And then as I'm going back and forth, my last time darting my head this way, I saw someone with a gun, and I saw somebody like doing this, and the guy with the gun was like walking this woman down. I'm thinking to myself, oh dang, am I about to witness a murder? I was like, let me get out of here, because I gotta make this delivery. Thankfully, no, there was no murder, there was no more gunshots. I don't know what was going on between those two individuals, but it looks like whatever she did triggered him to the point where he decided to shoot the gun in her direction. And that was the thing, he just shot the gun in her direction. She was not hit or nothing. But that's one of those random things you would just see. I mean, I know that's I know that's on the extreme side of the random things you can see, but it's like being able to focus on what you want to focus on ultimately is what this is about. Because just like the saying, where focus goes, energy flows. If you can focus on this thing, your energy is focusing on this, whatever the object is. Just like your thoughts. if you can always recenter your thoughts on the things that you want, then the things that you want will manifest in your reality. Ultimately, that's what the purpose of an open eye meditation is. All the other stuff I was just talking about is just explaining it, because I hope I'm explaining it in a digestible format. And if you got any questions about anything, again, just comment down below. And also, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This has been Master Jamal, and I'm Yahumāl, and I'll see you next time.